Hello and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 299. I'm Alca7raz and joining me as usual is Nemesis.
Hello.
Hello, yes. 299. I still can't believe we've made it this many episodes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I think we should have been here like a couple months ago, but
Yeah, well, when things are quieting down, we slow down so we don't burn out.
Yeah.
So yes, this has been an interesting couple of weeks. Both good and bad in the world in general. Don't think we need to say the bad, because I think everyone already knows.
Yeah.
I'm a little happy I got some of my hours back at work for a little bit.
That's nice.
That is always nice, but yeah. So, yes, we have a little bit of news in the pony world to talk about. It's
I'm
okay
a pony
amount.
girl in a pony world.
Tridashy. That was great. That's an old. That's actually kind of old now.
Yeah, a couple years now, I think.
Couple,
two, maybe.
I don't know. It's been through a couple. I think it's come back a few times, so it's a little bit fresher in memory. Yeah, it was great. So yes, we have a fair bit of news to talk about. We'll go through that. Then we'll get to talk about the last episodes of Pony Life, at least for this season. And we do have a little bit of fan content at the end. So I guess we can start with the news, as we usually do. If you would like to follow along, you can follow all the show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's get into this. Merchandise news, because we don't have any convention news or other things first. Funko Pop will be releasing some retro ponies. So yeah, these
Possibly. It's still at this point unconfirmed.
It's like a leak kind of stuff, but they're usually correct anyway. So yeah, a whole bunch of retro ones that are pop vinyl ones that are sold like G1. Well, they are G1.
Yes.
So yeah.
Also keychains.
Also a couple keychains. So yeah, if you're into G1 ponies, you might want to keep an ear out for those. Some stock images of the G4.5 budget styling ponies have appeared. These are the same sort of things have been released before, but these are their budget packaging. So it's the ponies and very, like, just a brush, so no other accessories. So a little bit cheaper.
Yep.
So we got Pinkie, Dash, and Twilight.
The usual.
And the Sunset Kotobukiya figure has been spotted in person. One of those event things where they bring their stuff to show off.
Yeah, the Ami account. Ami Akihabara. So yeah, it's
Akihabara, yeah.
Akihabara.
Oh yeah, that's an H, not an N.
Yeah, Akihabara. Yeah, it's either that. Actually, I'm looking at the background. It might actually be a shop. Because if Ami is an online store, and if it's Ami Akihabara, that means it's probably their physical shop, and someone just took a picture of the display in the store.
Yeah. Yep. So it looks like in the store, but it's not supposed to be for sale yet. So probably just
prototype show off.
Yeah, showing off a full color painted prototype.
Yep.
So you can wish what you cannot have, see what you cannot have yet.
It happens to be a lot of Transformers, so I'm okay used to that.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Rainbow Dash. It still says September, and well, September is coming to a close.
That's BBTS for you. Will not change to the very last day of September, when that makes it's pretty obvious it's not coming out.
Yeah. It's like, come on. Anyway, that's with the merchandise. In comic news, the synopsis for issue number 93 is out. Snap, Shudder, and Maine Allgood are back in Ponyville. Scootaloo's beyond excited for her parents' visit, but when it becomes clear that they don't have much in common, Scoots learns that there's no right or wrong way to be a family, and that's okay.
Well, I disagree with that. There's no wrong way to be a family. There's definitely wrong ways to be a family.
Yes. I'm thinking, like ancient Egyptians and Greek gods, and yeah, that's a pretty wrong way to have a family.
Also, don't hit your kids.
Yeah, there's also, that.
But yeah, it's but definitely there's nothing wrong with having a lesbian aunts or anything like that.
Yep, nothing wrong with that.
Got it.
Nothing. And it looks like EQD has an extended preview for Friendship is Magic number 90. And it looks like iTunes and such has a preview for Friendship in Disguise issue number 3.
Yep.
So go get your spoilers.
Soundwave and Fluttershy. And Discord.
And oh boy. Surely nothing will go wrong.
And some Transport fans have already taken umbrage to one thing because, Soundwave ejects his tapes. They start coming out, and Fluttershy's like, yeah, it has pets. And they're like, they're children, you jerk. They're his children.
Speaking of wrong ways to have a family, your kids are not pets. So yes, that's the comic news. In other news, another Hello Pinkie Pie short is out, and this one features Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash finally.
And Eclair Jenga.
Yes. Eclair Jenga.
Yep.
And Pinkie just can't help herself.
Gotta eat them eclairs.
Yeah. It's a thing. And as I sort of alluded to at the beginning, Pony Life appears to be getting another season in spring.
Yes. According to was it a Russian site?
Russian site, yes.
Yes. Or something. No, Russian Licensing Summit Online. That's where it was.
Yep. Yes. Pony Life Season 2 could be coming. Should be coming.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me also get a Season 3 just for that Magic 65.
Yep. Get like a little bit. Yeah. So, more Pony Life. That'll be interesting. I don't know. This whole Pony Life thing has always been kind of tough.
Mm-hmm. As we've said many times.
Many times. It's just like it's keeps writing that line between yes, I want to see more, and it's really not worth it.
I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, it keeps just and it's really hard to nail this down. So when they have another season, it's like I don't know if I should be excited or not. I mean, I would really love to see the writers, start to really actually figure out how to write the characters and start writing better episodes and have a really good season 2, and it is perfectly possible. So, I mean, I could be optimistic about this, and who knows, it could be really good. But it's just, there hasn't been enough confidence in season 1 to really say that for certain.
I would put money on by the fall of next year, Pony Life will be over. Because gotta make way for G5.
Yep. Yeah, because you don't want to have too many, you don't want to run, I guess, too many of the same same characters at the same time, but depends on how you do it, really.
Yeah, because then again, Transformers has had multiple things going on at once.
Yeah,
and those are always the thing. There is different age brackets get different media.
Yep, like what is the name? The really young Transformer group.
Rescue Bots.
It was Rescue Bots.
That's coming to an end if it hasn't already. There was Cyberverse, and of course the the War for Cybertron on Netflix. Those things right now.
Yeah, so that's one way to do it, but that's really not something that Pony has really had much. I guess I won't say experience because that's not really the word, but there hasn't really been a huge amount of that. I think a little bit more lately.
Well, Friendship is Magic and Equestria Girls are out simultaneous.
Yeah, and those were somewhat different age groups, I guess, but not a huge difference.
Yeah, they basically I remember they said the Equestria Girls was developed for a slightly older audience than Friendship is Magic.
Yeah. So who knows? Who knows? It remains to be seen. Anyway, the last little bit of news. Fan artist Imolo has finished their freelance work on the upcoming My Little Pony movie. That's the one for next year. A couple pieces of that one that tells us that, Imolo has actually been working on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Point of note, Imolo has been working as freelance for Boulder Media for some time now, so that's probably the connection there. But it is really cool to see. But yeah, they can't show us anything, obviously. They can't say exactly what they worked on because it's all NDA and stuff like that, but their work on it has finished. It would be really cool to see a whole movie in Imolo's style. It'll never happen, but that would be amazing. Because Imolo's got a really cool art style. And I'm probably butchering the name, but that's what it sounds like in my head. Anyway, I guess that's the news. Moving on. Pony Life. Yes, episodes 23, 24, 25, and 26.
Yep.
Yes.
Last episodes of season 1.
Last episodes of season 1. We've got a couple episodes that are standalone, and then it goes into a I guess, finale arc.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start out the first episode, Pie vs. Pie and Superb 6. In Pie vs. Pie, Pinkie Pie has a brother.
Which they already mentioned once in the season.
Yep. But now we actually see Pinkie Pie's brother, Octavio Pie.
Yep.
It's
okay.
Basically, well, it's like a male marble.
Kind of. Well, coloration. Anyway.
Coloration, yeah.
Not so much personality.
Not personality, no. Personality, Octavio's personality is a lot closer to Pinkie's, but not quite the same.
Yeah,
and they have
he's more
a bit of
schemy.
Yeah, he's schemy, but it's all like, I'm just doing this because I want to be like you, and that's what it's all about. And then they work together.
Like you, Nichan.
So yeah, that's basically what it is. Octavio shows up, Pinkie's not happy. Octavio kind of copies Pinkie on everything.
And they compete.
Then they realize, oh, you're just doing it because you want to be like me. And then they work together, and everyone's happy. It's a thing. It's all right.
Fine.
It's fine.
Pinkie has a brother. Q screams of rage because it's not like friendship is magic.
Remember when Twilight suddenly got a brother?
I remember the screams of rage back then too.
Yep. Yeah.
But this one contradicts. She never had a brother. She only had sisters. Rag!
Again, this is a different continuity.
So shut.
Anyway, Superb 6, which is actually a play on words a little bit. It's a reference to the Fab Five from Queer Eye.
Well, yeah, and the other one was, reference to Spy versus Spy.
Yeah, Spy versus Spy. This one's Superb 6 is a reference to the Fab Five from Queer Eye, where the main 6 try and dress up Snips and Snails when they go to a thing.
And then they mess it up.
Because they made Snips and Snails be something they weren't. And then they realize their mistake and undo it, and everything's happy.
Everything is fine now.
The Meet and Gallop, that's what it is. So the Met Gala.
Yep.
So yeah, that and again, that's basically it. And it's all right. I can't really say anything else about Superb 6, can you? It's a thing.
It existed.
We've seen this
again
plot line multiple times. The episode with Yona was way better. Was the latest one I remember they did. But yeah, it's a thing. So moving on. The next ones are the Debutante and Flutterdash. Yep. So this is the first one, Debutante, which is a play on words to the one word debutante.
Mm-hmm.
Rarity gets to be on a TV show, and then they cut her lines.
All she is basically Shadow.
Yep.
And that's about it.
Yep.
Cut for time.
I've seen this exact plot line done in other shows. I'm trying to remember what show it was.
Probably old sitcoms and crap.
Yeah, I want to say Friends.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But maybe a different one. But yeah, the literal exact plot line I have seen before, and it's all right. I mean, again, it's Rarity, and I don't think they've written Rarity bad on any of these episodes.
Nope.
So, I mean, it's all right. And again...
Fun.
Oh,
it's
yes,
fun
and after the end, the main 6 throw like a mock episode for her. Film like a mock episode for her to play her part to make her feel better. But yes, it's fun. It's all right.
Yeah, I liked it. I actually like this one a little bit more just because, again, Rarity just being goofy and weird.
Yep. Like I said, I don't think I can't recall a bad Rarity episode in Pony Life yet. Definitely better than the other two. So, the next one, Flutterdash, is actually the beginning of the finale arc.
Mm-hmm.
So, we get introduced to the Sportacular Spectacular, which is a multi-day big festival of sporting events and other things. Sports, do the thing, win the points. So yes, they're all of them are going, and in this particular one, Rainbow Dash is super excited to do as many things as she possibly can, but she gets overexcited and hurts herself.
Oh.
So Fluttershy drinks a potion that makes her look like Rainbow Dash. Where have I seen that before? It was a Trixie episode in Friendship is Magic where that happened.
Yeah.
Without a potion, but yeah. So yeah, Fluttershy takes a potion to make herself look like Rainbow Dash so that she can take Rainbow Dash's place. But then she gets super nervous because she tries to, figure out how to do these things like Rainbow Dash and can't do it. Rainbow Dash is quite frustrated and ends up just do what you want. She goes, okay, and does her growth thing and basically cheats and wins. That's so cheating.
Turn into
a giant woman.
There is no rules saying that you can't grow giant.
Oh, are we going Airbud rules now?
Yeah, of course. Always go Airbud rules.
Yeah.
Always push that line. If there's no rule explicitly saying you can't do the thing, do the thing.
Do the thing. Win those points. So, yes.
Yeah.
No shipping. You use a ship name and there was no shipping involved.
They bamboozled you.
Ugh. It's been bamboozled. All aboard the Ruse cruise.
It was a lie. They made it all up. It's fiction.
So yeah, Flutterdash was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Well, you got Spike being the go-between.
Spike. Oh yeah, the whole run back and forth to Sun and then slowly getting super tired and just wanting to give up too.
What does that mean? I don't know.
I don't know. I love that characterization. That little bits like that. What does that mean? I don't know. It's just whatever. The exasperated Spike. Just sick of it all. Alright, moving on. The Rarity Report. This is the one that's been kind of stuck in my head for a bit for one particular character. Also, it's a Rarity episode, so again.
Rarity!
They cannot write a bad Rarity episode in Funny Life. So, Rarity Report and the other one after this one is The Great Divide. But Rarity Report...
Yeah.
Talking about different things that they're wanting to do, and it turns out Rarity's actually hasn't signed up for anything because Rarity doesn't do sports.
I don't do that.
She doesn't do sports, so but she kind of not wanting to left out. She wants to kind of sign up for something. She finds the one thing with freestyle debate ribbon pinning. It's like, oh, I'll sign up for that, and then they cancel it due to non-interest. Oh, but she finds out she can be a co-anchor for the other pony who's been there, like a news anchor, Heard Happily.
Yep.
Which is an amazing reference to Pert. Yeah, to Pert Happily.
And I just realized, this is not my microphone.
Yep. Again, another Parks and Rec reference. It's funny, Jay Johnson, Pert Happy's actor, that's like one of the main things he does acting for is as news anchor. And I've heard that he's actually a news anchor too. Yeah,
he's an actual news anchor, and my understanding is he only does news anchor acting.
Or at least his character
I've
is
seen
a
him in
news
other
anchor.
stuff. Like, wait, that's Perd.
Yep, I've seen clips of him doing things not news acting, but it may be that his character's still a news actor, but that particular scene might not be. But it is interesting. He is a news anchor, and that's what he does during acting. He's perfect for it. It's great. It's a wonderful reference. I love it.
Yeah. Also the weird bit at the end with the news anchor in the studio.
Oh yes, that one. News anchor in the studio.
Yeah. Named Karen.
Karens. So yes, the Great Divide. It's near the end of the spectacular thing, and they all want to team up, be on a big team to do all the stuff, but it turns out they can't do that. Teams are chosen just by...
They thought ahead.
They thought ahead. Yeah. But yeah, so they try and get all on the same team, and it doesn't work, and the main six get split apart, and they're all sad because now they have to...
I don't want to fight you.
Yeah, they don't want to be against their friends, and that's what it's all about, basically. And it ends on a cliffhanger. Yeah. Because then we go into the next part, which is the Great Collide, where apparently they just got over it.
Yeah, because they realized, they didn't have to. In the spirit of competition, rooted for them because they show the true spirit of competition because they showed you don't have to, end your friendship just to be competitive and blah.
And basically, yeah, that's the entire one there is they can still compete and be friends.
Yeah, and spirit of competitive competition is also bulk biceps.
Yep, bulk biceps. Okay, bulk biceps was great. I loved the way they did that character. It was just great.
Very different from Friendship is Magic. Very different.
Very different from Friendship is Magic, but it still worked. It still was close enough to go, yeah, that's bulk. But very, outgoing, energetic, and didn't yell, yeah.
No, not once.
Not once. So yeah, there was a whole bunch of really cool stuff. There is one other episode, and I'll get to it later, but there are some things I want to talk about. Yeah, it was a bit odd, I felt, between the split where they're first like, I don't want to fight against my friends, and immediately in the next episode they didn't really care anymore. It was rather quick. There was also a return of a whole bunch of previous scene characters.
Oh yeah.
They showed up. So the alternative ponies, the 3 alt ponies showed up. Snips and Sails showed up, and some of the other ones. It was
Dishwater.
Oh yeah, the jerk. Dishwater Slog, showed up, and so it was interesting to see a return of those characters. Also, during the competition, they had an American Gladiator reference.
Of course.
The jousting one.
Yep.
Which was amazing.
Also, Potion Nova made a brief cameo, and then she was gone.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, they're making sure hey, yeah, she's not really going to be main character in this.
Yep. It was basically, for the finale, we had to call back to almost all of the previous characters that we've seen. Remember all of these from... Yeah. So it was a bit
Who are you again?
Who's also in this show. Yeah. So yes, the last...
Don't stock them.
What?
Potion fridges don't stock themselves. They don't?
They don't? Yeah, and that was like the Valley Fluttershy.
Yep. The anti-Fluttershy.
Yep. Yeah. So the last episode was a spectacular musical Musak-ular, in which for the ending of the whole thing there was a big concert. But Bulk Biceps, who's supposed to run the concert, was so moved by the spirit of competition shown by the main 6 that he just abandoned everyone to go to check.
He just gave him the title.
Yeah, and told, it's your concert now. Good luck. And threw them into the middle of it. So they sang a song.
Yep. Musical episode to end out the season.
Yep. So the song was interesting. I've heard better. It wasn't the worst song I've heard, but I've definitely heard better songs. It was hard to describe. It felt almost like it wasn't cohesive of a song. I don't know.
So it matches the rest of the show. Ha!
But yeah, it was definitely an interesting song. I don't know. It almost sometimes felt like the pacing between the lyrics and the music was off. Like the timing was off. The mixing just didn't sound good either. It just, I don't know. I wasn't thrilled. I wasn't thrilled with the song.
This finale was written by GM Barrow, though.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of the song issues are technical issues and not writing issues.
I'm just throwing that out.
So, like, GM Barrow has nothing to do with audio mixing.
Or does she?
Not as far as I know. I don't know. It just felt like one of the things, like the vocals was mastered way higher than the instruments should have been.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just like stuff like that just felt off about it. I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite song, that's for certain. It wasn't the worst, but
it was fine.
Yeah, could have been better.
We've always also complained about kind of some mixing issues for the show in the past in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's one thing. I'm pretty sure someone will get upset if we don't mention it in the Pie vs. Pie, the Fat Twilight. Because she ate too many of Pinkie's dessert things. What was it? The donut...
Yeah, the popsicle donut...
Lollipop thing?
Yeah.
Lollipop donut thing.
Things.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, Twilight ate way too many of those, and it got all fat and stuff.
Yeah. More so than we saw in like the first episodes where they had to eat their way free of whatever thing happened in the kitchen.
Yep. So just mention that because I'm pretty sure someone would go, why didn't you mention that?
Oh, it's called a
didn't.
dough cup pop. Doka pop.
That's right.
It's Doka pop.
That was donut cupcake
Popsicle.
lollipop or something.
Yeah, lollipop or popsicle or something.
Lollipop. It was lollipop because, yeah, not
Lollipop,
frozen.
lollipop.
These episodes overall, it's like, yeah, the first few are kind of, they exist, and then...
I like... The arc was alright. Like, the whole spectacular thing was actually fairly decent. Some minor grips here and there, but nothing major. But, like, Pi vs. Pi was kind of meh.
Yep.
Superb 6 was kind of meh. And things kind of built up from there. Debutante was good. And the whole... I kind of want to combine the entire Sportacular thing as one, even though it's, 5 half episodes.
Yeah, just one big long thing.
Yeah, it's one arc that all takes place in the same time period. And, I mean, they're all right. They're not bad. But, again, it's pretty much par of the course for the entire season.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a bead on all this, but I think after watching the entire season, I would say you're not missing anything if you don't watch any Pony Life. But if you do watch Pony Life, I mean, it's not a horrible waste of time.
But large chunks of it are very boring or just exist or...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess there's better things to do with your time, but what else is there to do right now?
Watch other things on other stuff.
Yeah, you can watch other things, but it's like...
Watch anime.
Watch anime. I've been watching anime. I've also been watching Star Trek Voyager, because that's on Hulu. So is Deep Space Nine. Yes, I know, I'm a nerd. But yeah, it's like, don't watch it if you don't want to. You're not missing out. But
not really.
You're not. It's not like a horrible waste of time. I don't regret watching it, but you're not going to miss anything if you don't. That's pretty much the whole way. If I already sum it up in one sentence right there, I don't regret watching it, but you won't miss anything if you don't watch it.
Yeah, a handful of episodes I'd basically I watch these, ignore everything else, really.
Yeah.
If you really don't want to waste your time.
Yeah, maybe we can get like a fan-made Pony Life supercut. Just find the good parts.
Here's all the good bits. Everything else you can ignore.
Combine the arcs into like single episodes. Make sure you include the title cards, because that's one of the best parts. Is the title cards.
As a whole, it's just kind of very... Yeah, I don't know. It very much feels like this is just filler waiting to tide us over until G5 shows up.
Like, I know
there's not a lot
filler
going on here.
That's the point. It's filler, but it also really feels like filler.
Yeah, everything about this screams like this was hastily put together because G5 got really delayed.
Yeah.
Because, G5 was supposed to be out in spring of 2020 and kept getting pushed back further and further until now it's coming out in fall of 2021.
Yep.
So it's like, this was not supposed to exist, and they're doing it because, well, we can get the original voice actors back from Friends of Magic, and the fans will watch it because of that.
They're not wrong. We did.
So and I notice a lot of people are hate watching it now.
Yep. But it's like, yeah, we know it's filler. We know they did it just to try and keep us around. But, it worked. The real question
gave us something to talk about for the last few months.
Yes, it did. So we can't knock it for that.
It did what it set out to do.
It did accomplish it in one way or another. It set up. It accomplished its goals. The real question will be season 2. Yep. Now that people have seen season 1 and have a preconceived idea of what it is, will they be willing to continue to season 2? That's one of the questions at this point. And I don't know. I'll probably, I can say right now, I'm probably going to watch at least a few episodes. Again, run the 3 episode rule, see how it goes, play it by ear, and who knows, we may just keep going through just to give us something to do. Who knows? We'll have to see.
Mm-hmm. So what else are we going to watch pony-wise?
Yeah, what else are we going to do?
Nothing new is coming out, pony.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think that's about all I can talk about it without just continuing to ramble.
Yeah.
Just rambling.
As a whole, it's very there.
Very there. Unless we...
As a whole.
Actually, yeah, a question just popped into my head. A thought just popped in there. Now that we've seen the first entire season, one of the biggest things about this, like we've mentioned all the time, is it's not the same universe. The characters are not exactly the same. Obviously, like we just mentioned multiple times already, like with the Octavio Pie. The characters are not the same characters. They're slightly different. But now that we've seen an entire season, I guess we kind of have a good idea. I was just been thinking, like, one of my biggest worries, like with like the new series G5 coming out, and you know the whole talk a while back with them being the same characters. It's still going to be the main 6, but you know, new voice actors, new writing, maybe completely different characters. I was always worried, like my favorite characters now no longer going to be the same one, and I might hate it. We have a sort of small version of that already that just happened here in Pony Life. So I'm wondering what the thoughts are on that, on how the characters are different here and what the feelings are. Yeah. Like one thing that's coming to my mind is, again, Rainbow Dash, my favorite character, and how she's different here. And it's interesting. She seems a lot more, I guess, mellow and a lot more, I guess, soft. She really loves her friends. That's one of the big ones. Is she really loves her friends. and she's not just like all... it's hard to find the word for it, but she's definitely different in this one, but not so different in a bad way. It's interesting. I do like how the characters are... the personalities are done.
Yeah. Twilight's a weird one, because for large chunks of the show, she was very much sidelined.
Yeah.
Which just makes it much more difficult to get a handle on her as a character. It felt like they just didn't really know how to handle Twilight in a weird way. But in other words, like, yeah, she's more, I guess, more of an engineer in this version of things.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. She got still has a lot of the same traits she had before, but she also seems to be a lot more competitive than she ever was in the original in Friendship is Magic. She seems to be the chief competitor to Rainbow Dash now instead of like Applejack, which is odd.
It is odd. Yeah, it's one of those that are different.
Yeah, but it's also also really easily gets frazzled and just all needs to have a second to put herself back together, literally, to do stuff. So she, as a character, she's fine, but I just kind of wish she was more prominent. Yeah.
Rarity is basically the same.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed.
Although, and you argue she's more, because Rarity amped up.
Yeah. Same personality.
Rarity turned to 11.
Yeah, but amped up a bit.
Which some people apparently really didn't like that.
I think they're wrong. I think it worked perfectly. Applejack got a big difference here.
Yeah, now she talks to the audience sometimes and whatnot. That actually, I think, worked well in her favor.
I think it did. I think that making Applejack the fourth wall breaker person was a good idea, especially the way that they did it. I think it worked really, really well. Overall, though, I think she was still the down-to-earth, grounded pony out of all of them. Yeah. So they kept that aspect of her, but they changed things up a bit. Pinkie is still Pinkie.
Pinkie, yeah, as though I feel at times they kind of toned her down a little bit.
Yeah, in some ways, sometimes.
Yeah, she's less out there in sense, especially now as they kind of ramped up all the other characters. She's less, she stands out less for the things she stood out for in Friendship is Magic.
Yeah, and then we have Fluttershy, who's like,
she's got a huge overhaul.
Yeah, Fluttershy. Like, they kept some aspects of it here and there.
Now it's like they're doing the whole, she's hiding a dark side and whatnot to herself. And, she's more, she does the thing, like, she gets way into the whole sports thing. And then everyone else is like, whoa, calm it down a little bit. Yeah, she's got this, like you said, this dark side to her that comes out. So she's like, she's going to be shy and timid. And then, nope. And then the whole thing where she can change her size. Yeah, that's a weird one too.
Yeah, it was like at first it seemed almost like it was like a weird visual representation that wasn't actually happening, but then no, it is actually happening. She can actually just change her size.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Also, something I noticed, which is partway through the season, the potions stopped being a thing.
Yeah, it started out being a really big thing, and then just kind of
Went away.
after Potion Nova's arc. Right after that,
the
it just kind of died off, and then just kind of every now and then it would pop up here and there.
Yeah, I think they learned that, okay, we don't have to do it constantly.
I think that may have been a marketing thing because they were doing like the whole toy line. Yeah.
Buy the toys.
So yeah, I guess that's Pony Life in a nutshell. Wait, no, I'm not Round Trip. I wonder if Round Trip's going to do a thing on Pony Life. That would be interesting. So I guess we have fan content to talk about.
Yep.
So starting off, I do have music. I've got 3 songs this week that I want to feature. And we will start off with Snow Swirl's remix of Flutterwonder. This is a really nice mellow remix of a classic song. I'm really happy to hear the song keep coming back every now and then. It pops back up. It's a great classic song, and I think Snow Swirl did a really good job with this remix. Really like the D&B elements. It's sort of a D&B sort of remix of it, and it is really nice, and it works really well.
Yeah. The D&B elements work pretty well. And yeah, it's weird because how mellow it is, even though it has a bunch of energy too.
Yeah. Well, D&B is kind of weird, especially when you get like a liquid D&B almost. It's nice, mellow, and driving, but it still has a like an energetic, deep current underneath. Hard to describe.
Yeah.
The next one is 12's remix of Kyradeen's The Sun Sets. This is more mellow, but this one's very much just straight up D&B remix. And it's just a really good D&B song. The way to describe it really just says, I can say just like what album it's off of. It's part of a compilation called Vibe Ponies Homework, which is pretty much all inspired. The cover art for the album is a ponified version of that lo-fi chill beats to study and relax to. So that should give you the kind of thing that all these songs on this album, including this, are going for. I think it did a really good job. I love all like the different sounds that are going on. And like, not only do you have that low D&B going on, you've got this high-pitched almost string sound above the entire song that's also really nice. And hard to describe the other sort of medium-pitched whistle, repetitive whistle thing going on with the D&B as well. It works really well. The mixing's great. It's just a really good mellow D&B song.
Yeah, actually has very similar vibe to other song and that mellow D&B thing.
Yep.
So it's kind of the same. Honestly, to me, it's kind of almost the same sort of thing, just kind of different.
And the last one, this one is very different. It's Vylet Pony. It's Vylet again. But this one is Vylet's Lesbian Ponies with Weapons. Okay, so this song, there's a little bit of a story on this song. So Cassette Pony, an artist, drew this picture of Pinkie with a chainsaw and a rainbow. That was absolutely incredible, and it inspired Vylet Pony in like a 10-hour straight hyper session to create this song in one sitting.
Oh.
It's absolutely incredible. There's just a ton of energy to it. It's hyperpop is basically the genre, but
Right.
it's super energetic. The high-pitched vocal sound that's kind of signature of Vylet just meshes perfectly with all of this. The lyrics are also great. The way to describe it, I can't really say because I'm not allowed to drop the F-bomb. But yeah, it's basically, the world sucks, let's break stuff and take it back.
It's Be Gay Do Crimes, the song.
Yes, Be Gay Do Crimes, the song. What's cool is the picture that inspired it, Cassette Ponies, the rainbow off the chainsaw. There's Cassette made variants for each of the different pride flags too. Pick the one you want the most.
I also like the kind of slightly off opening.
Yep.
That like, eh? It feels like the thing's like out of tune or worn out or something.
Yep.
And then the other thing is that the vocal effects are pretty great for most of the time, but there are a couple times where it's a little hard to understand what's being said just because of the effects itself.
Sometimes they can be a little bit.
I'm like, listen, I think I know what's being said, but I'm not 100% certain on that.
I tend to have trouble with that just in general, so I like reading through the lyrics, and that helps a lot too. So it's hard for me to judge how much of it's difficult for everyone else, just because I have trouble sometimes hearing lyrics anyway. But it is amazing. So yeah, those are the 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, fanfics.
Yeah, fanfic. Nothing new again. I've been kind of down on a lot of fanfics lately. A lot of them feel like there's a lot of forced sad fics. Like they're really forced to set up the scenario for them, whatnot. But yeah, something did update, which is Out of This World got a new chapter. And this one, it's a little bit after Sunset and Princess Celestia meet, and yeah, there's kind of surprise. Things are kind of a little on edge for a while, and Twilight gets Sunset's backstory. Yeah, it's so she get that. And that's kind of dark a little bit, just a bit. And then also Sunset kind of lashes out at Twilight as well, which doesn't really help things, but they kind of somewhat. And then Sunset also gets a letter from Celestia and apologies, and and then it ends with a cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yeah, now I'm just hoping to see more because
Yeah, it was a pretty good update.
I will say that the backstory is a little, I don't know, maybe it feels a little too dark, but I don't know.
Yeah, a little too dark. I also felt kind of like the things in the letter felt a little sudden.
Yeah.
Not too horrible though.
Yeah, they just kind of like wipe your parents completely out of existence as if they never happened.
Yep, that's
okay.
Wow.
Erase from existence.
So, I guess that's it. That's the end of the episode. If you liked what you heard, you can find all of our episodes past, future, present at pony411.libsyn.com. You can also find us on a number of other services such as iTunes, Google Play, and Google Podcasts because Google Play is disappearing. Stitcher, apparently we're on Deezer as well, stuff like that. Just search for Pony411 and you will find us. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Go subscribe to us there and click the bell and I guess get notified when new episodes go live, even though they turn off their email thing. We are also on Ponyville Live. As long as that site still exists, we will still be there amongst all of their other shows. You can find us. And we also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in then to hear us there, or tune in whenever because it's a great place to go and listen to pony music and live DJs and such. So check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can contact us via email. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. Tell us what you thought about this episode. Tell us what you thought about Pony Life and the characters therein. Are we on the money or are we wrong? Was Pony Life absolutely horrible and a huge waste of time, or was it absolutely amazing and you absolutely loved it? Let us know. If you have something you want us to talk about here on the show, send it our way. We'll take a look. No guarantees we'll feature it, but we will take a look. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. So go like our page there. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at pony411. So go follow us there, tweet us, say hi. It works. It's Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You can also follow our personal Twitter accounts. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and they are at Nemesis Prime 1. So go follow us there and see whatever we tweet or retweet.
Mm-hmm. What did I tweet? All right. Doki Doki Literature Club, 3 years old now.
Oh, no.
ODST is now 11 years old.
And out on PC.
Yes, I played through the campaign again because I could.
I haven't touched
even got
it
some
yet.
achievements that I haven't got yet. Oh, and I got some new reviews out as well.
I've just been retweeting ponies.
Yep.
Because that's what I do.
All the pony stuff.
All the ponies. Rainbow Dash. I am a simple man. I see Rainbow Dash. I click like and retweet. So yes, that is the end. Hope you liked what you heard. Hope you tune in the next 2 weeks, I believe, for the 300th episode.
Yes.
It'll be a little bit different. You'll
A little bit.
You'll find out when we get there. It'll be a little bit different. Hopefully it's good.
Not hugely different.
Not huge, but that's why I said a little bit different. Not being hyperbolic this time. Hyperbolic. However you want it. Hyperbolic. Yeah. However you pronounce that one. Anyway.
It's hyperbolic.
Yeah, it's hyperbolic. But it's hyperbole.
Yeah, I know.
English is a stupid language.
I used to pronounce it hyperbole because I never heard it out loud.
It's like the Super Bowl, but it's like the Super Bowl, but better.
Yeah.
So yes, anyway, that is our episode. I hope you liked what you heard. I hope you tune in for our 300th episode next time. But until then, please pony responsibly. See ya.
Goodbye.